extensive the water damage is going to be.
Oh, we can pretty much see it visually. It's pretty. It shows itself pretty easily. Yeah, and there's like common places where it occurs, like around windows and it seams on the corners.
Yeah, not the stock size tire.
They're way easier to find. And they're way more awesome.
Yeah, actually positive. Fucking awesome. There's some huge black windows. It is the desert. Yeah.
How do you feel about it? I mean, there's wood damage like on the sidewalls and stuff, but it's nothing we can't.
Yeah, I think it's actually an easy fix too with this Winnebago. It's just that thin skin, you know?
Yeah.
But the floors are great, the ceilings are great.
Yeah.
Which is good.
Fuck this up with all these TVs, bro. Nope. Probably not.
Just go all the way.
Yeah. That's a make or break. So the brake pedal is connected to a master cylinder, which if that goes out, all the brakes go out. Yeah. It's the most important brake part out of every component. And if the brake pedal just drops to the floor, that means one of the rubber pieces inside of it is just busted. And that's a $500 part. I mean, again, it's free, so now it's $500.
I imagine the tow for this would be pretty expensive.
Well, we get free tow.
How?
They're AAA.
Really?
Yeah.
And we get 8 free per year.
I mean, this thing will probably just start right up. But yeah, it sucks.
I thought it didn't run. I thought that was part of the ad.
Well, I can. And then I have this connector down here. That's all my ignition connections right there. And so then I just grab what I need from that plug and give it to my new little plug. And we're ready to rock.
Stand here, beefy.
Bitch ass motherfuckers. I always win.
Alright, there we go.
So we got an extra 2 days into town before we leave for tour, and whenever there's extra idle time, I am always on Craigslist, just again looking more for boredom's sake or something like that. But again, another terribly mislisted vehicle in the car and truck section. Terrible pictures, terrible ad title, like doesn't run, no title, you tow kind of thing. It was just like drab. And but the pictures, I could tell it was not this. The first picture was a Winnebago front end. Alrighty, so this is the 1972 Winnebago Indian. It's on an M400 Dodge chassis, which is a very troublesome chassis because these brake parts were only made for basically like a year and a couple months worth of another model, and it's 4-wheel drum brake. So that's how you know you've got the bad M400 is if you have 5 lug on your wheel, 4-wheel drum brake, and then the 4-bolt master cylinder. So we had an extra one, which is amazing because they cost like $500 if you have to buy them new because they're so hard to find. So we had one in another M400 we have that we're keeping in the family. So we would rather put brand new brakes on that one and put working brakes on one that we're selling. So I have the old master cylinder out. I'm about to put the new master cylinder in. And so before I do that, before it becomes difficult to access, I'm gonna do something called bench bleeding, which is a hugely important step that everybody forgets to do. And basically what you're doing is you're bleeding the air out of the main circuits of the master cylinder itself. And if you don't do that, some of that air that's in there, because of the way it's positioned, you'll never get it out once you put it in. So rather than have to take it out or have squishy brakes, I'm gonna just take care of that now. I've got the, not new, but new to this truck master cylinder back in, and it's got good pressure. And now we're gonna bleed the rest of the system. The front tank here, this big old bulbous guy, this is our power brake booster. And it really does look a lot like a standard brake booster that you would see on like a truck or something like that if you look at it from the front. But as a unit, it might not look like much to you. So this is your power brake booster. I hope they're still good on a truck this old. We'll see. But hopefully they're okay. I know that I can get them brand new, which is nice. Big shout out to Alretta trucks. They are a company based out of Massachusetts, and Geoff from Alretta Trucks is pretty much the only guy in the country that really knows what he's talking about when it comes to, actually not just the country, he's probably the dude in the world that knows the most about these chassis. So if you ever have questions, Alretta Trucks is the absolute and supreme authority on this stuff, and also for the most part can get you all these parts still. Last I heard, actually, these brake boosters, he has got like kind of the last lot of them. So if you have a truck like this, buy a new brake booster from him now, because they're not going to be too many left. So I'm going to bleed this guy first, because, you know, that's the way you would bleed brakes. You would start with the rears, and then you would move to the fronts. And although this booster, the other booster, also controls the rears as well, this solo rear is the main power, like the main push for those rear brakes. So we are going to bleed that one, the biggest pressure first, and then move on that. So. There's little concave, like set kind of washers, deep washers that go into this little axle flange, and really the only way to get them to relieve their pressure is by shoving them in real quick. So, let's see if this works. Yeah, there it goes. Maybe one more. Good measure. There it goes. Rad. And these are the little washers I'm talking about. And basically they just keep the axle from sliding out once they kind of pressure fit in. They have a little space in the middle there, you know? They just go nice and tight. Go ahead and pull. Woo! Pull the rammy axle out. Bam! That's how you pop your semi-floating rear axle out, or full floating. Somebody correct me, just down in the thing. I'm too lazy to Google it. But it's either a full floating rear axle or a semi-floating rear axle.
How's it going, guys? We are in a hardware store getting some hardwood floors. So the ones that we decided to go with are very, very cheap. They're 99 cents per square foot. It's gonna cost us like 60 bucks to redo all the flooring and make them look brand new. Also, they're pre-engineered, so they're cut to just clip together. You don't even really have to like glue them or nail them down. Maybe at the end, just tack them down a little bit. But yeah, 3 of these bad boys and we'll be good to go.
This is what like is amazing about these old things, is that people are giving them away, just nuts, because it's like a whole infrastructure. You know, it's like a house. Even though it may be old and not the prettiest thing yet, it will shine up very nicely, and it has infrastructure like a generator. You know, generators cost in some cases thousands of dollars. We're gonna try and bring this thing back to life. It doesn't really take much usually. It's a little mechanical fuel pump that rarely goes bad. The little carburetor, I mean, unless it's totally gummed up, it's probably just gonna start. It's like a little gravity feed guy. So I literally have a little orange cup with gas in it. It's probably not the safest thing. But I know these things, well, I've done it a million times, so I'll risk my life for you guys. And all you have to do is just crank it over. It'll probably just start, so let's see what happens. Fuck yeah, so the generator works. The fuse was bad, we couldn't find the right 30 amp fuse, so I just went ahead and just jumped it. It was just really fucking hot, and you know what, we tested the AC and it works. So now it's nice and cool, or it's getting much cooler in here, so that's amazing. And it runs and stops. It's great. This is a free RV, and we haven't put any money into it yet at all, so we're fucking winning right now. This is great.